bring your head back to center. I want you to think about anchoring your feet down into the floor. And as you anchor your feet down into the floor, so your body feels lovely and long and strong. So before we begin, we've got this very powerful body that we'll do with as we want through this class today. I want you to lift the right arm up. Lift it up to the ceiling and lower it down, the other side. So mobilizing the shoulders. And again, so open up, extend the arm and lower. Let's add in the breathing. So I'm going to start to synchronize the breathing. So I'm going to breathe in and then I'm going to breathe out. Lovely, well done. Breathing in and breathing out. Take your right arm up to shoulder height. Take your arm behind you. And then look round, sort of your open door. Bring it in and lower. Other side. So up to shoulder height. Take it back. Open your door. And in and lower. And again. So it's up. Open door. In and lower. And again, one more. So up. Open your door. In and lower. Okay, we're going to find our neutral position. Yeah, so the position our body is most comfortable in. And a lot of the time we're hunched over, aren't we? We're typing on our laptops, we're driving a car, we're picking up bags. So we tend to be in this position a lot. Okay. So to get us out of this position, we need to think about bringing the shoulders back and down. We also need to think about mobilizing this lumbopelvic area. Just place your hands on top of your pelvis and begin to rock your pelvis back and forth. So back and forth. So if I was to show you just sideways, so you face me, so I'm coming forward and back. So lifting up into anterior and to posterior. And again, anterior and posterior. Two more. One. And one more time, and two. Now we've worked forward and back. I'm going to go side to side. So I'm just going to lift my hip right and left. So lifting up. That's it. So I'm just lifting my heel. So I'm sinking the ribs to the hips, yeah, to the hip bone. So think about bringing them in together. Okay. Still keep your hands on top of your hip bones. Okay. Then from here, I'm just going to go into rotation. So I'm going to bring the body round. So rather than this, yeah, think about keeping the shoulders nice and still. So working from the hips. We're going to go around the other side. Okay, so whatever we do one way on the right, we do on the left. Back to center. Okay. From here, let's go back to our forward and back. So anterior and posterior. So we're going to find our B position. So this is my A position into an anterior tilt. This is my C position, yeah, pushing back through the lumbar. Center is my B, yeah, so my shoulders in line with my hips, in line with my knees, in line with my ankles. So everything in alignment. Do that with me. So you come forward into an A position, come back into a C position, out of alignment, pushing myself down and through into a B position, and that's where we begin our body movements. Okay, so stay in your B position, tighten up through the abdominals, so brace them. So think I've got a, so I'm going to come through with a punch in the tummy. Your tummy is braced, ready for that punch. Okay, so keep that nice and strong. Right arm up, breathe in, breathe out, open, take it down halfway. Open your door, breathe in and breathe out. Lower down, the other side. So I'm going to come up, breathe in, come down halfway, breathe out, turn over. Right, so open your door to the left, into center, and lower down. Let's do that one more time. So it's up, breathe in, take it down, breathe out. Round open door, into center, and lower. The other side, this is your last one. Up and through, then open. Bring it in and lower. Place your hands on top of your shoulders and circle back the elbows. So think about making big circles with those elbows. I'm going to open up the lever a little bit You're going to take the hands down at the side of me and circle back on the right arm. Just on the right. And asking yourself, how does that feel through my shoulder? And now the other side. Okay, now we're going to do both together. We're going to take both arms back. Breathe in and breathe out. And in and breathe out. One more time. Take it over to the side into a lateral flexion. I'm going to bring my right hand down towards my knee, and then my left hand down towards my knee. Come on, just like a teapot. Yeah? Teapot, there's your handle and there's your back. I'm going to do one like that. And again, sit down. Okay, add in the breathing. So breathe in and out. And don't worry if you don't get the breathing right. Okay, there is nothing scientific to say going in the distance. Okay, place your left hand onto your tummy wall and take your right hand onto your ribs. So I'm going to go through some breathing techniques with you. So we're really going to calm down the parasympathetic nervous system. Okay, it's all about peace. Placing your hand there, I want you just to close your eyes and take some nice deep breaths. Breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. In through the nose and out through the nose. I want you to continue the nice deep breaths and think about what's happening underneath your palms of your hands. So your right hand should feel expanding as the rib cage lifts open and out. And you may feel your left hand moving as your belly moves in and out with the breath. But on your next breath, guys, I want you to keep that left hand onto your tummy wall and don't let it go anywhere. So there's no belly breathing. The breathing comes through the diaphragm, as we call it, diaphragmatic breathing. So as you breathe in, you feel the ribs expand, and as you breathe out, you feel them close down, but the tummy stays braced. Okay, and again, breathing in and breathing out. So as we breathe in, the diaphragm moves downwards, and as we breathe out, the diaphragm moves upwards. And then when that happens, is the diaphragm is pulling up through the pelvic floor muscles and into the lower abdominals. So diaphragmatic breathing is really helping into the deeper core muscles. Okay, so it's something that you can do on your own as well in your own time. Okay. Release the hands down. Keep that tummy warm. Release the right hand, take it back. Take the left arm, take it back. Take both arms back together. Come into a lateral flexion over to your right. Begin to speed it up a little bit now. You know the movements. Anchoring those heels down and continuing to breathe. Take the right arm up. Take it down as you breathe out. Open door. And then in and through. And the other side. So I'm going to come up. I'm going to lower down halfway. Take it round. And then back and through. Okay, guys, shoot both arms out into a lateral abduction. Palms are facing down. And then just rotate round to your right side. Just need to move a little bit. And then around to your left side. Okay, so I'm taking it round to my right. Now as I'm rotating through the mid-pec section of my back into the thoracic spine, and keeping my hips, if you notice, still. Notice I'm not doing this. Yeah, it's not looking like this. See the difference? Hips stay still, and then around. So I'm looking over my right shoulder, and then over to my left shoulder. Squeezing onto your bottom muscles as well, and then take that down. Take the right foot, just tap it out to the front, take it to the side, take it back, and bring it in. 1, 2, 3. And bring that in. And so I'm opening up the pelvis. 2, 3, and come back. Okay, very one. If you needed your chair now, you could use it to do this. Guys, from here, bring the arms forward into a front raise and then take that down. And again, breathing in and breathing out. I'm going to show you sideways. I'm going to push my pelvis back just into a little semi-squat and lift, yeah? So it's like I'm taking a seat, take it down and lift up, yeah? Now, as I come down, I drop my tailbone down towards the floor. Then as I lift up, I push my pelvis slightly forward. So remember that anterior, posterior tilt we did at the beginning? I'm just making it a little bit deeper now. Okay, so down and lift. And again, down and lift. Go back to your right foot. So we're going to tap it forward to the side, take it back, take it in, and then come into a little squat. Nice and gentle. The other side. So I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, down, and then into that little squat. Sit, lovely. So it's just flowing, opening up the pelvis into 3 planes of movement, and then we sink down. And then the other side. 1, 2, 3, and then sink it down. Take the arms up, breathe in, and breathe out. One more time. We're going to do a partial roll down. Breathe in. Now, as I roll down, I'm going to bring my head, neck, and shoulders forward. I'm going to roll it forward. I'm going to bring my hands down just onto my knees. Okay. So my hands onto my knees. I'm going to go into my cat stretch. So notice the spine is rounded into a C curve. C curve. And then I'm going to press away into what we call the cow stretch. So I'm extending my spine, yeah, pushing my bottom back, feeling the stretch down into the back of the thighs. And again, so I lift up. So think about really exaggerating the movement. So I lift up into a flexion and down into extension. And again, so up to flexion and then through into extension. Come back so your back is flat, yeah? So you're not into flexion or extension, it's flat. Placing the hand, left hand onto the knee. Take that arm through, lace it through and drop your right shoulder towards the floor. Then come up, keep that elbow bent at 90 degrees and follow it up. And then again, slowly lace it through and then take it up. And then let's do that on the other side. So I come down, lace it through, keep that elbow bent at 90 degrees, take it up, and then look up towards the elbow. So I'm rotating through the midsection of my spine. Yeah? The part of our back that doesn't get much rotation kind of fuses together, holds everything together. Back into your cat stretch one more time, through into your cow, and then bring it up to the top. So we never come up like a board. We always come up vertebrae by vertebrae until you come up to the top. Take the shoulders back and down. Let's take it from the top. Look over your right shoulder. Remember, bracing the abdominals, lumbo-pelvic area, feeling much looser now. Down to your right, and then down to your left. Place your hands onto your hips, giving an anterior and posterior tilt. You might be feeling this a little bit looser now. Keep the hands on top of the hips. Bring yourself into position B. Come up and lower. And then lift and lower. So hip hinge. Now, keep your hands there and rotate. And then we're going to do 2 around the other side. Around we go. Stay in here. Lift up through the right arm. Breathe in. Down halfway and then open. And then in and down. And then the other side. Up. Remember the arm extension. Down. Open. Bring it in and through. Okay, take your arms up into a lateral abduction, arms out. Remember, hips square. Round to the right side And then around to the left side. And again, round to the right. And then around to the left. Nice, bring your arms down at the side of you. Tap forward on the right foot, then out to the side, behind you. Bring it back in, give me a squat. And then the other side. So I come up 1, 2, behind, bring it in. Let's do that one more time, last time. So it's a forward, to the side, back, drop it in, and release down. Okay, one more time. 1, 2, 3, in and release down. Guys, take the arms up, breathe in, classical breath, nice deep breath in and breathe out. This time I'm going to leave the arms up at the top. As I breathe out, I'm going to roll it down. I'm going to bring it down as far as my knees. I'm going to place my hands onto the thighs. I'm going to release my arm through. Keep the elbow bent at 90 degrees and take it up. And again, so drop it through and then lift it up. Okay, placing a hand down onto the thigh and then do the 2 on the other side. And lift up. Time. Lovely big rotation right through the spine. Okay. Hand down onto the thigh into your cat stretch. Remember your angry cat. C shape. And then come away into your cat. Up into cat. Good. Bring it into neutral. So we're going to come up. Remember, we always restack vertebrae by vertebrae until you come up to the very top. Take your right arm up. Take your left arm up. Take it over to lateral flexion. Over to the right side. And then over to the left side. Take it over to the right side. Bend the knees. Make a circle. Draw it all the way around and then take it up to the top. The other side. Lateral flexion. Bend the knees. Make a circle. From there, take the arms through, bring them together, palms together. Now rotate over. So the range of movement is much smaller now, isn't it? With our palms together. And over together. One more time. Circle back the shoulders. Okay guys, we are ready to go down onto the mat. Okay, so I'm going to bring us down together onto the mat and then I'm going to start working through some very basic fundamental exercises. So roll, if you've got your mat, just roll your mat out. Remember, I would say if you've got a chair, some of the exercises I can do in the chair with you, but as I say, because I'm on Zoom and I'm limited on time and I can't see you individually, it's quite difficult to do to modify. So if I run with the generic on the mat, and then if you're on the chair, you take a seat on the chair, I'll come back to the camera and just make sure that you're doing it correctly. Okay, guys, what I'd like us to do, I just need to move my monitor down slightly. So, from this position, standing at the back of your mat. Okay, so I want you to look down at your mat. We're going to roll down on the mat together. So it's not just come down, fall down onto the mat, get there. We're going to do it effectively and correctly. So we're going to do our roll down. Remember, we did our roll down just to our knees, but now I'm going to come down a little bit lower. I'm going to bring my hands all the way down. Okay, I'm going to walk my hands away with me, and I'm going to come down onto my knees. Right, so I've come down from standing to kneeling on 4-point kneeling. Okay. From there, I'm going to come over and I'm going to come into a seated position. Right, so now I've gone from standing to seated. All right, guys. So we're going to do pelvic tilting. Still, when we were standing, but this time we're going to do it seated. So if you're on the chair, you can still do the same exercise. But I want you to, if you're on the chair, guys, I'm just going to have to show you something. If you're on the chair, right? You're on the chair, you're here. You're not here. Right? I wouldn't sit in the chair like that anyway. So I want room behind you. So if you're on your chair, you're right at the front. Okay. So what I'd like you to do is sit upright. Okay, arms are long, shoulders are back and down, knees are slightly bent. Brace those abdominals and tilt the pelvis. So just a little tilt back and then lift to the top. Yeah, so you could be doing this into the chair as well. So that little tilt and lift to the top. So your pelvic tilting. Remember when we did that cat stretch? C-curve in the spine, flexing the spine, extending the spine. And again, little tilt. So if you've got a stiff back, achy hips, you may need to come back just a tiny wee bit where you just got the base of the spine into the fused area, into the coccyx and sacroiliac joint. But the part that's fused at the very end of your spine may be a little bit sore. If it is, then you just don't come back that far. Now, depending on your abilities, and your fitness levels, you can start to then play with this half a roll back. In Pilates, we call it the half a roll back. You can start to come back lower and lift up further. Just come back. You can come back as low or as high as you want. So I want you to do what's right for you. 2 more. 1, 2. Okay, I'm going to take a bow and arrow. I'm going to take my elbow back. I'm going to look behind me and lift to the top. So I'm beginning to open out through my waist. And then lift up. I slide it back. I lift to the top. 2 more, right there. Breathing in to lift and breathe out. And again, breathing in and lift. Nice, take the arms up and through. Breathe in and breathe out. Take the hands down on the side of you. Place the weight down into your right hand. Lift over your left. Okay, and then down and then to the other side. One more time. So we're going to come down onto our backs in a moment. Yeah, it's going to be lying in supine position. Right, so I'm just going to turn around because you need to make sure you're on your mat so you've got enough room to come back. If you're on the chair, this is something I can't show you at this point because we're going to be coming down onto the mat. So if you just want to sit and watch or try and join us if you want to, but we're going into what's called a shoulder bridge. Okay, so coming down together. So into your half roll back position, come through, all the way back, all the way down, open out the arms and bring those feet in. So now, remember when we were standing, we did the pelvic tilting. I want you now just to pelvic tilt. So rock the pelvis back and forth. So what I'm trying to teach you is you can do this lying down, you can do it seated, which we've just done, or you do it standing. Okay. Okay, on my next one, I'm going to tilt my pelvis, and I'm going to peel away from the mat, and I'm going to come into a bridge. So my head, neck, and shoulders are relaxed, my arms are open, my chest is wide, and then I'm going to roll down. Now notice as I roll down, I come down vertebrae by vertebrae. So there's no smash on the mat, yeah? Again, tilt the pelvis, curl the spine, and then roll it up. Now I want you to come up as high as you can, yeah? So hip bones up to ceiling, feeling strong. Gluteal muscles, yeah? Our bottom muscles, we call the gluteals. These are the biggest muscle in our body. And if these are weak, this can have an effect on lower back pain. Right? So we really want to strengthen gluteals. So up we go. Squeeze those glutes. So let's squeeze them together. Inhale, exhale, and then lower it back down. And again, tilt the pelvis, lift it up and through, come up to the top. Guys, I want you to do 4 of those in your own time. Just going to come over and see how things are. Just keep it going. Okay. Lovely. So keep going on the shoulder bridges. I'm just going to take a quick photo. Then we're squeezing in and really feeling those glutes activate. On your next one, guys, I'd like you to come up to the top and hold it up there. Hold it up there. Squeeze it at the top, yeah? So glutes are nice and strong. From there, I want you to lift your right heel away from the mat. So the ball of your foot, your mid-metatarsal joint is down and lower, and then the other side, lift and lower. I want you to keep that going, guys. So lovely. So you lift the heel and lower, lift and lower. Keeping, now as you get tired, what happens is the hip area starts dropping. Would you really think about pushing it up? Give me 2 more. 1 and 2. Lovely. Roll it down, guys, vertebrae by vertebrae till you come back into your neutral. When you come back into your neutral, bring your knees into your chest and give yourself a hug. Okay, open out your arms, place your feet down and allow your knees just to rock over to one side. So stretch right the way through the lateral part of our hip and round into lower back. To center and then over to the other side. Just take some nice deep breaths. Again, one more time. Over to your right side, nice and gentle. And when you wake up in the morning and your back feels a bit stiff and you end up walking to the toilet and it's like, oh, this is so not mobilized, then this is just something you can do when you're in bed, before you even start your day. Just rolling that side to side. Okay. And then to center. Guys, stretch your legs away from you. Take your arms above your head and give yourself a full body stretch. Okay. Take some nice deep breaths. And to stay in that position, enjoying the moment. All right, guys, I want you to get yourself somewhere comfortable. Now, where you are right now might be comfortable, or you might want to sit down in a chair, or your settee, or just stay where you are. Your arms down at your side of you, bend your knees, whatever you're most comfortable with. And I'm just going to change the music slightly, and we're going to go into our meditation. It's about 8 to 10 minutes, that's all. Right, 8 to 10 minutes. Hold on there a moment. Okay, guys, so just chill, sit back, and just close your eyes. So just focus slowly on your breath. Inhale in for 4 and exhale in for 4 seconds. Keeping your eyes closed if that feels good for you. Inhale for 4 and exhale for 4. So as you're breathing, feel your chest rise and your abdominals rise. So everything is feeling as it's filling with air. And as you exhale, feel your rib cage and your tummy will fall back. So notice the changes in your body as you breathe in and you breathe out. And I want you to ask yourself at this moment, how do I feel today? How do I feel at this very second in my day today? And take a moment to recognize how your body feels physically. Let's do a body scan from the top of our heads to the bottom of our feet. Just going through your body, head, neck, shoulders, chest, abdominals, hips to pelvis, thighs to calves, ankles to feet. Be aware of any tension that you're holding on to. How do your legs feel? How do your hip bones feel? Have you got any discomfort or tension in your lower back? And if you do have any tension, on your next breath that you exhale, allow the tension to leave your body through your feet. So I want you now to think about lengthening your spine. So just visualize your head getting further away from your feet. Shoulders away from your ears as they melt into the mat. And your neck is long and open. Your chest lies open. And think about how that feels. Now breathe deeper into your belly. And now start to release any tension mentally and emotionally. Because time out for you is so important. Shut out the outside world and forget what you have done so far today and what you have left to do. This is purely your time. Start to breathe a little deeper and exhale any negativity from your body and mind. And unlayer any tension from around your heart. And instead focus on the love you are feeling inside of you and you have around you. Take a moment to be thankful and to appreciate everything within your life. So exhale any tension away from your mind, things that are clogging up our mind space. We are developing some space because there wasn't much space before. There was maybe more clutter than space. So the next time you feel your head might be getting cluttered and a bit buzzy, go back to your breathing. Breathing in for 4 and out for 4. So it's about finding some space, some clarity, and some peace in our lives. I'm just going to read something to you as you're relaxing and breathing. Just all I want you to do is listen. Find balance in your life. Work hard, but don't let work take over your life. You will lose yourself. Love, but love for the right reasons. Life is too short for anything mediocre. Know who you are and know that you are worthy of reaching your dreams, and that it is never too late to start creating that life you have always dreamed of. Do not compare yourself to others. That's just deadly, because no two souls are the same. You are your own person. You are beautiful and you are unique. But trust in the universe. Some things are just meant to happen and some are not. Let go of whatever is stealing your happiness. It's hard, but it will be worth it. Embrace change. Embrace life. Everything happens for a reason. Sometimes you just need to breathe, trust, and let go. Your heart feels open to new possibilities, open to change as you are listening to this relaxation. Something may come to you. You may decide to make a positive change within the year. But taking this time out today has helped your body and mind to become focused, positive, clear, and energized. Enjoy the feeling of positivity, of being optimistic about what the future will hold for us. Slowly wiggle your fingers and your toes. And bend one knee. And when you are ready, I would like you to come up into a seated position. And when you're into a seated position, get yourself comfortable. Place your hands into a prayer position. And I just want you to turn the body slightly to the right, keeping both gluteal muscles down onto the mat, and turn to the left. And then from there, we'll just interlink the fingers, draw them away from you, drop your chin towards your chest, and stretch out, a lovely big stretch along your upper back. Take your hands behind you and open your heart. And just appreciate the air that we breathe in. Bring yourself back to seated. Place your right hand down and your left arm over, lifting over. And then the other side. The right hand down behind you into a diagonal, and then just lift over into the corner. Bring yourself up and through, place the left hand into the corner and take the right arm over. yourself to center, interlink your hands, turn the palms to me, lift up to ceiling. Stretch away, so body feeling really tall. And put your hands down in front of you. Relax, bring them all the way through, all the way down, pushing your shoulders back and down. Take some nice deep breaths, breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. And again, nice deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. Thank you very much, guys, for our Pilates and relaxation mindfulness today. And I hope you found that really helpful. And it's been lovely teaching you today. Just going to come back and turn the screen back to gallery view. Okay, guys, so you can choose if you want to take your microphone off or on. It's up to you.
Well, I'd like to say thanks very much, Marisa,
I
love that music. It was so Christmassy.
I know, I downloaded it last year, different ones on iTunes, and I just kept it in my Christmas Pilates. It's beautiful. It's the first time I've heard it from it. It's beautiful, isn't it?
It's lovely to relax to, yeah.
I know, this time of the day, just to chill. You don't want to go. You don't want to carry on the rest of the day now, do you? Like, oh, I got to sleep.
Did everybody enjoy themselves?
Yeah, that's very fantastic. Thank you. Yeah.
Any questions, guys? Any questions? No.
No.
Oh my goodness. We've shocked them all, Jenny.
You might be a little stiff tomorrow or the next day.
We've woken up some muscles and ligaments and things in your body that have just maybe not done any much for a while. So just getting the body moving. But it's again, with Jenny and myself said, it's not just about what we're doing physically. Yeah, it's great for our body, but just all you need 15-20 minutes of exercise a day, and don't you feel much better now than where you did? Yeah, it's so good for the mindset. It's so good for mental health. And you know, we're all finding life difficult with what's going on with this pandemic, and we all deal with it differently. Yeah, some of us are more positive than others. This is life. But just a little bit of this, a little bit of time out for you a day, really lift.